Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be taking a look at my main computer, but not the actual computer itself, or at least not yet. I've had this UPS for a long time. It's been sitting here for a long time. It is a bank UPS model XS1500, and most recently it has developed a problem. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Well, not really. But the batteries are dead. It claims it's got a full charge in it, but I can tell you right now there are no batteries in this UPS. For a while it was running okay. Then it would start to cause my computer up here to crash and do some weird things. Now the computer itself is not absolved of all of those sins. I think that it's part of the problem lies with the computer too. But we'll take a look at that in another video. I want to focus on the UPS right now because, like it or not, I'm going to have to replace the UPS. I don't need 1500 volt amps for this one thing. And I can use this opportunity to clean up the wiring that's back here because there's invariably, no doubt, a lot of things back there that I really just don't need to be plugged into an uninterruptible power supply. Plus, I'd like to know what some of the things that are plugged into this are because it's been so long since I set this up that I don't know. Who knows what's actually plugged in down there? If I could turn this off. There. Alright, let's take a look back here. And yes, it's a mess. No, you don't need to comment about it. Let's see. So this is the USB cable that actually goes to this UPS. So I don't know where that actually is plugged in at. I have 4 plugs for things on the new UPS. Automatically this is done. This I think went to my Linux machine, and that's plugged in probably right here. Maybe never mind on that. I think that actually is going to one of the monitors. Now I'm kind of wishing I left this UPS on so I could figure out what these were. Yeah, there's a VGA cable. I don't know why it's back here, but it's there. Trying to figure out Dynex, that goes to a USB hub. AC-DC adapter. I have no idea what that is. This goes to absolutely nothing. A bunch of cables there. There's a fan. There's something. And then this is a Sony AC adapter that doesn't go to anything either. I've got that completely unplugged now. So I'm going to pull this UPS, and I'm going to figure out where half these cables go. Alright, now I've already unboxed one of these. You probably don't need to see me unbox this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. Things are buying the farm for no reason. But I gotta go ahead and open up my knife here. I don't know why that powered on. There was really no reason for it to do that. So I'll have to deal with that in a second. And same deal. All of this. There's nothing really special about this one versus the other one. They're the same thing. They're both 1000 volt amps. They're both CyberPowers anyway, the one that I unboxed last. Obviously the back UPS is 1500, so it's a little bit bigger than this one, but like I said, I needed bigger than 850 because I don't think 850 would have been enough, but I don't need 1500 either, so that's why I got the 1000. It was a little bit more expensive, but I mean, it was a Christmas present, so Christmas money pretty much paid for it, and a little bit extra on top of that. So let me get this thing out of the box here. Alright, so here is the new UPS. Quite small. Of course, it doesn't need to be fairly large. I'm going to leave this plastic on it for now, or maybe I'll take it off, I don't know. But I kind of would like the idea of it staying shiny for its entire lifetime. There's no reason for me to really remove the plastic. Although did I remove the plastic from the other one, which is sitting over here? No comments on the decor of the room, please. I did not. So that one still has the plastic on it as well. So you know what? Why not? Let's just rip the band-aid off. Just like that. Look how shiny that is. That'll stay that way for about 3 seconds. I was a little concerned, I think, when I unboxed the other one, whether or not it had user replaceable batteries. It does. You're just supposed to pull those 2 screws up at the front. You pull the front cover off, and then you can replace the battery or batteries. I think there's only one, which is kind of small for a 1000 volt amp, but it's there. And then, of course, if I flip it around, there you can see, oh, there are actually 5 outlets for the surge suppression. I thought there were only 4. Now, that may still be a problem, because I think because I've got 2 wall warts that will need to be plugged in here, and I don't know if they'll both fit. But, I mean, I can live with the USB hub not being on battery backup. There's nothing on there that's of any real importance. Right now, of course, it's got the USB right there. Network cable. It's kind of tempting to plug the Ethernet into that and then plug an Ethernet cable into the computer, but maybe I'll do that later. Of course, cable. It does support serial. There's a site wiring fault indication. Circuit breaker, which is kind of crooked. That's quality. This is not going to give you the same quality as like an old APC Smart UPS or anything like that, but it also doesn't cost as much as an APC Smart UPS, so this is what you get. Basically, these days, everything is built like this anyway, even the APCs. I've not been too proud or too fond of the quality of APC's modern back UPS products. Okay, there it is. I've plugged it in. There's the plate for the battery cover on the old UPS. Let's see what that does. Look at that bright LCD there. Things are powered on, so that's good. These lights turned on. Let's power the computer on and see what we get in terms of a load on this. There it is. Set up and ready to go. I'm probably not going to install the software, the CyberPower software, because I don't really feel like I need it. So here's your display. 60 hertz output, sorry, input. 117 out, 60 out. There's roughly what the computer's using right now. So not much. %, battery remaining. About 19 minutes or thereabouts. So, all in all, I feel like this is working the way that it should work. And now I've got battery backup on my main computer again, which is exactly what I wanted out of this. Now, if only it didn't take me so long to actually get to this project. Anyway, on that note, I would like to thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, as long as they're not about the mess on the floor or anything like that, because I don't want to hear from you in that case. It's not about the video. I don't really care what you think about that. That's the way that it is. Steps are being taken. It's just a slow process that I don't need to demonstrate on video, so it's not, like I said, it's not what this video is about. You can either talk about the video or don't leave a comment at all. This is CP1000AVRLCD signing off, and I'll see you on the next video. Till then, guys and girls and anything in between, because I guess I gotta say that now. That was rather more of a political statement than I wanted to make, but you know what I mean.